Today, Mom's going to make you a fabulous smothered chicken. It smells great. It kind of reminds you of Thanksgiving. This meal costs $4.96 for 4 people. That's right, only $4.96 for a family of 4. We're going to show you how to make it. Let's get started.
Whenever I begin to look for a new recipe, there are certain words that always catch my eye, and the word smothered is one of them. Whenever you're talking smothered, I think of juicy, gravy-like, something rich and flavorful that's on that. And that's what we're doing with this chicken today. It's a smothered southern chicken. I like to put my salt and pepper on my chicken before I do anything with it. A little bit on both sides. Chicken is like any other meat. It needs a little salt, needs a little pepper. In my Dutch oven over here, I have 2 tablespoonfuls of regular vegetable oil, and it's beginning to get hot. This would be just like frying chicken. You want that oil hot before you put the chicken in there. Gonna roll those all up because I don't think I can get all 6 of these in there at the same time. I may have to do that in 2 batches. All right. Shake off any excess that you have. And we're just going to lay that in there. We're leaving the skin on the chicken legs. You can do this with a whole chicken and have all the different pieces if you want. I'm doing it with just big old chicken drumsticks today just because I like chicken drumsticks. Ooh, look at that. I can crowd them in there. Now, crowding them in will not hurt this as long as they all are in contact with the oil down below. And we're going to let them cook about 4 to 6 minutes until they begin to get a golden brown on each side. Okay, it has been about 12 minutes total, and we have fried our chicken on all sides, including the corners and the sides. We're going to remove that from the oil. And then we're going to take the grease that's in the pan. Some came from the chicken because the fat in the skin kind of come out. Plus, we added a total of about 1/4 cup of vegetable oil total throughout the cooking process to keep it from sticking. We're going to pour all of that out except for about 2 tablespoonfuls. We left all the good parts down there in the bottom of the pan that came from the chicken as it fried. And to that, we're going to add 3 teaspoons of garlic. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. 1 chopped onion, a medium-sized one, and 2 celery stalks that we have chopped. They're not real fine, but they're pretty thin. We want them to cook down pretty good. We're going to just kind of stir that around in the bottom. Now you have to watch it because garlic will burn pretty quick. So kind of keep that up going. You want your onions and your celery to begin to get just a little soft. That may take about 3 minutes. Okay, it has cooked for about 3 minutes, and I'm going to add to that 1 teaspoon of sage. Now, if you don't like sage, you don't have to put that in, but it's really flavorful. And it seems like chicken kind of needs something to add a little flavor to it. It's a mild tasting meat. And then we're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. And 2 tablespoonfuls of flour. This is going to help thicken it up just a little bit. We don't want it real thick, but we do want it kind of comforting there. It needs to have a little thickness to it. Get that flour in there. I don't like adding flour to a mixture that's already going, but with this one, that's what it has always said to do, and it actually will melt and disappear in there. Once you get that all mixed in, you can kind of mash that flour a little bit. Mix it in good. It's nice and hot. You've got your stove set on it's a kind of a medium high, and you can see it's just at the stage to where it almost wants to boil. You've got a few bubbles that kind of form in the middle and around the edge. That's when we add our chicken back in. And this chicken is going to cook for about 40 minutes in this broth. Just soaking up all that good flavor. And then when we take the chicken out the next time, we add a secret ingredient. Okay, you can see that it's beginning to boil now around the chicken. I'm going to lower the heat on that just a little bit. I want it to continue to boil a little bit, but I don't want it to boil until it's dry. And I'm going to put a lid over that, and we're going to cook that for about 35 more minutes. Okay, 40 minutes has passed, and oh, that smells and looks so good and yummy. I'm going to take out 1 chicken leg, and oh, you can tell how actually soft and tender that is. I'm putting it on a bed of rice. You can serve it with potatoes, rice, you can put it with noodles, it doesn't matter. Now for chicken legs, we like all of the dark meat to be at least 175, and it looks like it is just perfect, 175. For your chicken breast, you can get by with it being 160, but you want to be sure the other one doesn't have to be quite as hot inside. This day and age, we don't want any germs passing around. We're just going to lay that in there on that rice. And my chicken is just literally falling apart. It is so tender. Got to get some of those bigger chunks out of there. Scrape it from the bottom so that you've got all that good stuff in there. Okay, I had promised you 1 added ingredient. And to this gravy, we are adding 1 tablespoonful of apple cider vinegar. I know, sounds strange, doesn't it? I'm just going to stir that around. Make sure it's all mixed in good. no one would really want to get one big bite of that vinegar. All right, now we're just gonna pour it over our rice and our chicken. Okay, there we go.